Good morning from Sorsogon in the Philippines, and today is a travel day. I am traveling from here. If it all goes to plan, it should take about 4 to 5 hours to get there. It's now coming up to 20 to 11 in the morning, and yesterday was meant to be a travel day. Unfortunately, because of an accident which involved me going for a 10-kilometer run yesterday morning down the front along the coastline in support of my mate Sophie, who was doing a 10-kilometer fun run in the hometown of Darlington. And halfway around the run I pulled a muscle and it was so painful. So I came back to the hotel, Fernando's, and booked myself in for another night, which was an extra £16, which is so expensive for my budget. And I spent the day on my bed with my leg elevated, just to try and get rid of the pain. Now, this is the first time I've had my backpacks on. Combined total of about 20 kilograms, and my leg's not too bad. I can feel a little bit of a twinge, and usually when I go backpacking I will get a map, find out where the nearest bus terminal is, and then walk. And it is about a 30-minute walk, which is nothing. But I do want to protect my legs, so I need to take a taxi. The taxis are all over the place. These are these things here, tricycles. So I'm heading to the bus station, and I'll see you there. That was a quick journey. That was only 50 pesos in the tricycle taxi, and this is the bus station. Now, most of the major bus stations are always next to a major super mall. Right, Macnog. Macnog? Wow. Obviously, you've got all these guys who are little touts who look at strangers and go, you look. Macnog?
Red color. Ginawa ko na po. Sa'yo na pagkawa.
Madami na. Fine.
Dali na.
Macnog.
Macnog?
Yeah. Oh, Macnog. Big sign.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, do you want to take it off? Just there. I'll see here, yeah? Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That was quick. Now I think it works when it gets full, so I've just got to wait. I've just been told I've got about half an hour to go, so I thought I'd just stretch my legs before I have an hour and a half, an hour to get down there. And he's just given me the seat right at the front, next to the driver, so I get a full view of the journey as I go through. Wow. Now so far my leg is holding up. I can feel a bit, as I said earlier, a bit of twinge going on, but I'm trying not to go over the top and carrying my bags. Try and sit down as much as I can on the journey. The bus journey itself is costing me 130 pesos, which isn't bad. Just got to remember which bus it is. And you'll notice that I'm only carrying my small backpack. my large one is on the bus. That's mainly because the one that's on the bus is full clothes. That's about it. Oh God, where's the bus? Oh, there it is. But the small backpack I've got on is the one that's got my laptop. Look at me at the front. Oh. So there's my backpack there. So my small one I'll carry everywhere. It's got all my expensive stuff in, passport, irreplaceable stuff, and I'll carry it everywhere. On the planes, on the boats, on the buses. That one's just got clothes in. Got my toothbrush and my contact lenses, which I probably couldn't do without, but they are replaceable wherever I go. So I don't mind leaving that in a safe-ish place. But the small one, down by my legs, never leaves my sight. So I'm now in Matnog, the ferry terminal. The bus ride itself was really good, sat at the front, saw all the views. I stayed awake all the way, it took an hour and a half. It went through every single village, every single town, stopping, lots of school kids. And I got to the bus terminal here in Matnog. It was pouring down with rain. So I got a tricycle taxi, 25-minute journey. And this is the ferry terminal. Now to get in here you've got to buy a 30 peso ticket just to get into the terminal. I have no idea where you get tickets from. I've asked various people, tickets to the ferry. Seemingly once you start boarding, then you buy the ticket, which is stew.
Sorry. For the ticket.
Yeah, ticket for the ferry, yeah.
There.
What, over there?
Yeah, when you go out, you will see a small house.
So go to the, right.
Yes.
Do you know what time the ferry is? What time it is?
I think there is loading. I will.
Okay, thank you. Oh, that was nice of her. She's probably overheard me talking. So there's that room there which has got a little cafe and this main place here. Very confusing. What? 8:30.
No, later. Maybe 30 minutes. They just arrived.
Okay.
The ship just arrived.
Perfect. Thank you very much. So 30-minute wait. I mean, it's nearly 1:30. So leaving at 2 o'clock, which is earlier than what I thought it'd be. No idea how much it costs. All very exciting, as usual. So within the ferry port itself there is an airport style security to go in, so you check your bags. Tourism highway. It's starting to get busy. And there's aircon here, so I'm quite happy. Because it is quite warm. People are moving. I've been told to get a ticket from a house, which I assume is just here. Hi, one ticket to Anna, Alan?
220.
220. Awesome. How long is the ferry?
1.5 hours.
1.5 hours. Perfect. That is cheaper than what I thought. So, got my ticket. Which way do I go? Let's go this way. It is going smoothly so far. Still hoping to get to my final destination before 6. Not had anything to eat yet, so right, how do I get on? Just a little bit of confusion. Didn't know what was happening, but I'm on a boat.
Right, your name, age, then address, permanent address.
Okay, so the confusion was we were told to get on that ship there. I say we, there was like 3 of us. But it's not the right one. This is the right one. Plenty of room. An hour and a half getting there. There's a little cafe at the back. Let's hope we do coffee. Might get my head down for an hour and a half. There's another boat over there. That's a bit more special. You got kids that are climbing up onto the boat, begging for money. So security is really tight. That looks like a karaoke machine. It's 3 o'clock and we still haven't set sail, which is the correct terminology, but I'm just having a quick wander around the boat before it starts getting too noisy. This is the top deck. Oh, it's washed here. Just lots of boats hanging around. There's 2 there. Hopefully we're going to set sail soon, because it's an hour and a half to get to Allen and then another hour by bus to get where I want to. It's going to be a while. But yeah, that is a karaoke machine. What a man. Sea shanty. Wow. It's now 4 o'clock. I've been on this ferry for nearly 2 hours. Boat next to us just don't move off. That's the town. So you got a little restaurant over there, cafe, shop. They sell coffee. So I'm happy. But even they don't know what's happening. Please move. It's 4:10 and they've just turned on the engines, which means they've turned on the electricity, which means we've got aircon at last, because I was sweltering burning up. But at the moment, we're still not moving. I reckon we're moving in about next 5-10 minutes. Maybe it's trying to get into the coffee. Right, that's it. Go behind us. It's taking us an hour and 1 hour, 3/4 of an hour to get here. It's 6. I'm lucky enough that there is an American guy that's been here before, so I'm going to follow him. Is this? So the original plan was to go into Allen Centre itself and get a get a tricycle from here to there, and then get a barn that was going up. I'm sure this is a tour bus. Well, that was a lot of confusion. I was thinking I was going to be getting a tricycle into the town of Allen and then getting a minibus to here. Instead, I ended up on a bus that cost me 250 pesos. Just dropped me off just there. It was a very tight squeeze. I think the bus actually came off from the boat and had some extra room, so they were taking people. So this is the new city. The hotel I'm staying in booked about 15 minutes ago when I got signal on the bus. It's somewhere down here, so I haven't got that far to walk. It's been an interesting day. I've had nothing to eat since breakfast this morning, so I am absolutely starving. 8 o'clock at night. Been a long day travelling. Now I don't know how long I'm staying for. I could be leaving tomorrow afternoon. I don't know. And there is the hotel. So that is me now checked in to the hotel. It's £11 a night. I'm quite happy with it. It's very nice. They even had a little swan on my bed. It was a towel, but still impressive. As I said, not too sure how long I'm going to be here for. Might be leaving tomorrow, might be leaving the next day. I will decide when I wake up. But if you've enjoyed this video, you need to press that like button. If you want to subscribe and see what the sea is like, subscribe, because there's plenty more adventures over the next year that I'll be going through. But until the next time, bye bye for now.